Right now, without your knowledge, someone is steering the direction of your life. They aren't raising their voice. They aren't making demands. They aren't standing in front of you, asserting dominance. They are sitting quietly in the background, making moves you can't see, calculating responses you haven't even thought of, and guiding you toward a conclusion you will mistakenly believe was your own idea. This is the reality of invisible control. Most people believe that power is loud. They think the strongest person in the room is the one talking the most, demanding attention and trying to control every conversation. But that isn't power, that is desperation. Real power operates in absolute silence. The true masterminds of human behavior never let you see their hand. They don't fight for territory. They let you walk right into the trap. They prepared hours before you arrived. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this fundamental truth centuries ago. He observed that rulers who displayed their power openly created immediate resistance, while those who governed through indirect influence controlled everything, without drawing a single enemy. When you reveal your intentions, you give the world a target to shoot at. But when you move in the shadows, when your motives remain completely opaque, you become impossible to hit. Today, you are going to learn 6 dark psychology principles used by high-level strategists to shape outcomes, direct human behavior, and command absolute authority, without ever raising their voice or revealing their presence. If you are ready to stop being a pawn in someone else's strategy, type this affirmation in the comments right now. I pull the strings. Let us begin. Number 1. The illusion of choice. The amateur strategist tries to force people to do what he wants through command. The high-level strategist does something far more dangerous. He gives them options, but controls every single option available. When you give someone a direct order, their natural instinct is to resist. Human beings hate feeling controlled. But when you present them with 2 or 3 choices, all of which lead directly to the outcome you desire, they feel empowered. They pick one, believing they exercise free will while executing your plan to perfection. Control the menu and you control the choice. Number 2, strategic scarcity of presence. If you are always available, always responding, and always in sight, your value drops to 0. Human nature takes abundance for granted and obsessively desires what is rare. Invisible controllers understand that presence creates familiarity, but absence creates fascination. They do not over-explain. They do not linger. They deliver their input with surgical precision and then withdraw. By making your presence rare, you make your words carry immense weight. People begin to watch for your moves, analyze your silence, and seek your approval simply because you don't hand it out freely. Number 3, information. Asymmetry. In any interaction, the person who knows more while revealing less holds total control. Most people suffer from an overwhelming urge to talk about themselves, their plans, and their opinions. High-level strategists exploit this weakness mercilessly. They ask calibrated, open-ended questions and then sit back in comfortable silence. They let you fill the vacuum. As you talk, you reveal your desires, your insecurities, your triggers, and your boundaries. Meanwhile, they give you nothing back except a polite nod. You walk away thinking you had a great conversation, while they walk away with the blueprint to your entire psychological profile. Number 4, anchoring expectations. Before a negotiation, a conversation, or a conflict even begins, the strategist has already set the emotional and mental boundaries. This is known as psychological anchoring. By dropping subtle hints, setting extreme initial conditions, or altering the atmosphere before the main event, you dictate how the other person measures success. If you lower their expectations early, a mediocre outcome looks like a massive victory to them. If you set a firm standard in absolute silence, they will tire themselves out, trying to meet a bar you never even asked them aloud to jump over. Number 5. The indirect catalyst. Never attack a problem or a person head-on if you can use a third force to do it for you. Direct confrontation creates friction, resentment, and visible enemies. An invisible controller plants a thought in one person's mind, knowing it will travel to the target naturally. They align circumstances so that external pressure, timing, or peer opinion forces the desired outcome. When the target finally shifts their position, they believe they made a rational adjustment to their environment entirely, unaware that the environment was constructed specifically for them. Number 6. Emotional neutrality as a shield. The moment you show anger, frustration, or eagerness, you give away the steering wheel. Your emotions tell everyone exactly how to manipulate you. High-level strategists cultivate an impenetrable mask of absolute calm. When provoked, they observe instead of reacting. When praised, they remain grounded. This total lack of emotional reactivity deeply unsettles people. It creates a psychological void that forces others to second-guess themselves, over-explain their actions, and ultimately submit to the calmest energy in the room. To master the art of invisible control is not about becoming a villain or harming those around you. It is about understanding the hidden mechanics of human nature, so that you are never blinded, never cornered, and never outplayed. The world is constantly trying to push you into emotional reactions and predictable paths. But when you learn to step back, observe the broad board, and execute your moves in silence, you transition from being a piece on the board to the player holding the board. Look closely at the dynamics in your life today. Notice who is talking too much, who is reacting too fast, and who is quietly steering the room from the corner. Protect your attention, guard your intentions, and always move before they even notice you've stepped into the room. If you found value in this deep dive into dark psychology and human strategy, hit the like button and subscribe to Mind Trap right now. Join our tribe of silent strategists who choose to control their own destiny. Drop a comment below and turn on all notifications so you never miss a drop of raw psychological insight. Until next time, step into the shadows and pull the strings.